Have a very, very special guest on Conversion Plus, and this is Mark Thompson, all the way from, I'd say, sunny Spain, but it's not overly sunny there at the moment, Mark. It's quite cold.
Horrible today. One of the 60 days of horrible days we have.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's very warm in New Zealand, but the reason Mark is on Conversion Plus this week is that he is the master of getting high sales and conversions from very, very small email lists. In fact, he has a product called Big Income Small Lists? Yeah, cool. So it sort of sums it up. So, Mark, how did you get involved in the email side of the business with such small lists and making these lists convert into good income for you?
Well, when I first started online marketing, I hated the whole idea of list building and email marketing, because all I ever saw was people spamming.
Right.
Buy this. I thought, I'm not doing that. And so I didn't. And then 6 years later, I sort of realized that, hang on a minute, I'm losing out a lot here. I don't have to become an email marketer like them. I can actually become an email marketer however I want. So I started to build a list, and I realized back in 2012 that with sort of 500 people on a list, I can make a decent income.
Right. Okay.
So that's pretty much since then. I've kept my list down from around about 1,500 all the time. If it gets above 1,500, I just cull a load of it.
So how often would you email these people, and how long does it take you to sort of get a list of that size?
You can build a list pretty quickly if you go about it in the right way.
Right.
Technically speaking, I've built up a list of over 100 in the last 2 days.
Okay. And would these people fit into the big income small list genre, or?
We don't know yet, and that's the whole joy of it.
Yep.
Until you start to build your list, you don't know. And right. I think a lot of people go wrong where they think, okay, I've got to get an avatar together before I start building my list. I've got to know who I want to target. The way I look at it is, I'll drive people to an opt-in page, and on that page, I'll segment them. So they'll either be ideal target market, possibly ideal target market, or not a chance in hell of being the target market. So, for example, if I was selling fishing equipment, tuna equipment, right? And they came to a landing page, and the landing page would say, get fishing tips here. And when they went to opt-in, I would say, what type of fishing do you do? Fly fishing, deep sea fishing, river fishing, whatever. I've run out the only two types of fishing I know there. And I would then know that people who chose fly fishing weren't my target market. Okay, they're on my list. Okay, so what I can do is, if I get enough people on there, I can come up with a fly fishing product or products down the line. But my key product at the moment is going to be sea fishing, tuna fishing. Okay, and so the people who are sea fishermen, I can then further, during my email sequences, segment up to people who just love fishing for tuna or marlin. And those maybe 20, 30 people are going to be the people I'm going to market to.
So this is on the first contact, pretty much. Yeah. You are segmenting. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Right. First contact. Find out exactly what they're interested in. So you're not wasting time on 100 people of only 10 are interested.
Yeah.
So what's happening then? You're burning your list.
Right.
Because those 10 people, those 90 people who've come in and aren't interested in tuna fishing or marlin fishing, they're going to be bored of your email, so they're just going to unsubscribe. However, if you already know that they're not interested, you can say, hey, here's a few fly fishing tips. And you can just engage with them and give them a little bit of information until you get to the point where you're actually ready to sell them something.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question was going to be about how not to burn your list out. But I think the answer is pretty obvious, that because you are segmenting right on the first contact, you know what they're looking for. So your emails are very targeted.
Yeah, exactly. So you're giving them what they're interested in. The same as at the most basic level, if you've got a web page and you say, are you male or are you female? Right. So then you can send female-oriented emails to one, male-oriented emails to the other section or the other segment, and they're not going to get pissed off and upset with you because you're not talking to them in their language.
So with these smaller lists that you produce, and when you nurture them, how often would you email them?
Okay, the ideal answer is every day.
Yeah.
But I know most people don't do that, and people feel I don't want to do that. When I email people every day, my subscription, my unsubscribes stay exactly the same, which is very low anyway. But my amount of sales go up. But I'm just lazy, so sometimes I'll email once a week or 3 times a week, depending on what I'm doing. But the plan is to email every day, something valuable and engaging every day. I've got a client. So I've got a major client who has a business, and he only emails once a month, or he was only emailing once a month. And what he actually sells businesses, right? So we're talking a sale for him is maybe $100,000 in commission. So he was emailing once a month. I said, look, why don't you just email every week? He said, oh, no, they get bored. I said, trust me, have a look at your open rate. Right? And after 4 weeks of emailing once a week, his open rate was higher than when he's emailing once a month, because people forget you. They're not going to remember the guy who emails once a month when there's somebody emailing 2 or 3 times a week.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's hard to get your head around. But so, are you crafting email every day that's new, or you forward? Right, you are. Okay. So
yeah, and honestly, before I sit down to write it, I don't know what it's going to be.
Okay. Wow.
It's just whatever I think about, or whatever I like to do stuff around pop culture, because people can relate to that.
Okay.
So if you know, once again, listen to the segmenting thing. If you know that your audience grew up in the 70s, you can talk in your emails about stuff in the 70s. You can get their brains. You can actually engage their attention by talking about something that they can imagine, they can see in their mind. And once you've got that, then whatever else you feed in after that, they're going to take on board, because suddenly they become receptive. You're talking about opal fruits or starbursts or some type of sweets, or the Pink Panther and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so suddenly they can't avoid thinking about those sweets. They can't avoid thinking about walking into a sweet shop or buying Airfix kits or whatever it was back then. And then when you say, and then you switch it very subtly to what you're trying to sell, they're open and receptive to it.
Cool. So these, I saw on the sales page, which we'll show to the good folk, whoever's watching this, but later on. But you've got 40 to 50% sales conversion rates on these lists, which is just unheard of. That's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I did, I'll tell you exactly how I started doing this. It was last year. I was in Mexico for my daughter's wedding. So I got into internet marketing 15 years ago, so I could see my daughter grow up, because I used to be part of the corporate culture before that, and I just missed so many birthdays and school plays. I went, screw this. We're going to move to Spain, and I'll find a job. And I couldn't find a job, so I had to type in how to make money online. So anyway, I was there for all of teenage years, all growing up, and then she got married last year in Mexico. So day after the wedding, I was laying on the beach, and I was going through. I had nothing much to do. I hate laying on beaches. So I had my laptop there, and it's 3 meg Wi-Fi on the beach, perfect, and free cocktails all day long. So what could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Yeah. And I was actually looking through my email stats. Okay, I was trying to see what things got opened more, which had better conversions, and I saw a couple of emails that had quite high conversions. So I looked at who had converted, and I went, hang on a minute, I could identify the demographic from these. So then I looked at exactly who they were, what they bought in the past. I went, right, let's try something. And I got a list I put out 34 people, and I sent them an email. Bang. And that was over 50% sales that day, within an hour.
Yeah. And so with these people within, you saw what they were reacting to within these emails. Yeah. And
first I saw what the buyers were reacting to. Then I looked for similarities between the buyers and people who hadn't bought. And out of the 1,500 people, I found 34 people who are really similar to those. Okay, so bang, did that. Yeah. So then I did another one a few days later, which is 84. I found a list of 84 people who were really, really similar. And that converted at, I can't remember, so it's on the sales page. It was, I think, $15,000 I made in 2 hours. Laying on the beach.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, what advice would you give to someone watching this who doesn't have an email list and they're just sort of starting out? What's the sort of best advice you could give them?
Build one. Seriously, even if you have got nothing to sell, build a list and just email people, because you'll learn your skills. You'll see what headlines people react to. You'll see what emails get unsubscribed. You'll see which emails people reply back to you. The best thing in the world is if you send an email out and you get 10 people reply to you.
Okay.
And wow, I can really identify with that. Then you know you're going in the right direction. And then when you got something to sell, or even an affiliate product, or even send them to an article or a podcast or something that you've done, you'll see people start clicking through and you start, okay, they're getting engaged. And the other thing is start to segment them as soon as you can. You've got pre-segmentation and post-segmentation. Pre-segmentation is when they're coming onto your list, you say, what age are you? What are you interested in, A, B, or C? Are you male or female? Whatever. However you break it down, it means rather than a list of 100, you've got a list of 50 or you've got a list of 30. Okay, the smaller the list that you know, you can immediately start to tailor your emails to them. Even if you, and another thing, if you send out the same email, depending on which email service provider you're with, but if you send out the same email to a group, you can have a separate paragraph that goes to a different segment. So 90% of the email will be same. The call to action can be different.
Okay, this sounds like it needs a bit of training. And how very fortunate, Mike, that you put a course together. Because, I mean, it just sounds, it sounds amazing.
Definitely come and buy all my stuff, because I'll share it and I'll help you. But I mean, this is all stuff people can actually, if they put the time and effort into it, they can do it themselves. They can learn. People can learn to write proper emails. People can learn how to segment their lists. It's not difficult. I mean, the only tools I use, I know a lot of people go out there and buy every single tool they can find because they're promised loads of. I use basically 3 tools. I use an email service provider. I use a tool to segment as they come in. Use a shopping cart, and that's it. And the 3 of them is all you need to make a full-time income online.
Okay, fantastic. Now, before we sort of went live, you dropped a lovely surprise for anybody watching this, and you are going to give them $200 discount voucher off your course.
Why did I do that?
Well, I was surprised, but it's amazing. So we've got a special link. So if you're watching this, at any stage, this link will be live. I'm going to put it up now, and you can go and get Mark's course. So it's conversionplus.club/BISL. That is Big Income Small List. So Mark, can you just sort of talk us through just quickly what's in the course?
Right. So the obviously don't get to is I teach you how to use email service providers. Okay, so there's a course on 2 different types of emails, 2 different email service providers who I recommend. There's one I recommend more than others, but that doesn't matter. Then there's a course on different tools that you can use. There's training on different tools you can do this. Then there's sort of the main training, which covers everything from your offer to actually converting people. It takes you through stage by stage by stage. And in fact, in one point of it, there's a 5-day basic case study, really, where I start off with nothing and I build up the site, all my thinking behind how to build it up. And so, over 5 days, I build out a whole project. I provide different automations. So all the automations you'll need to help segment and email people. And when people stop, the great thing about this is you can automate everything. So all you got to focus on is driving traffic to your landing page. And what happens is when you drive people to your landing page, they'll sign up. And from that point onwards, apart from writing your emails, everything else should be handled for you. So if someone hasn't opened an email for 3 weeks, something should click in and actually get them back on. And that all happens automatically. And I show you how to do that. And it is much simpler than it sounds.
Okay, so just to clarify, so apart from all the incredible open rates and sales and all the rest of it, this thing is automated as well.
Yeah. Why not automate stuff? How can I sit on the beach drinking margaritas if it's not automated?
Fantastic.
How can you go fishing every day if it's not automated?
Well, true. Yeah. I didn't go fishing today because my diesel pump is packed in, but there you go.
Get rid of it.
Hey, that's been awesome, Mark. I've really enjoyed listening to that. So, guys, if you want any more information, there is the link, conversionplus.club/BISL. Now, I know Mark through, I'm in one of his groups, which is called Serious Marketers Only, and I've been in that for quite a few years now. It is just a humble fee per month. I'll put that link up as well. So if you have the chance, if you want to go and check that out as well, conversionplus.club/SMO. Serious Marketers Only. There are how many courses are in there now, Mark? 50 courses.
Yeah, these courses, my own fair hand.
Yeah, the courses are incredible. So for a fee of whatever it is per month, that's not a lot. You get access to 50 courses on everything you will ever want to know. Now, big income, small list is touched on in SMO, but the other one is the full deal, and it's over the shoulder watching you build one of these things too by the center.
The one in Serious Marketers Only is what I call the light version. It's here's a theory, here's how to do it, and we leave it at that. The other one is got really deep into actually like doing it and adding all the automations for you, so you can just plug them in and they start working for you.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Hey, that's been great, Mike. Thank you for your time. And you're going live with Tim very shortly, so not too far away. So do appreciate your time. That was an awesome interview. Thanks very much, and enjoy your day there. I'm off to bed.
No, you're not. You're going to listen to me talk rubbish for half an hour.
No, 10:30. I actually painted my house today, and it was about 31 degrees here, and you can probably see my I'm a bit flushed and I'm absolutely shattered, so I'm going to bed. But yeah, have a great thing. I'll watch the replay in the morning. Yeah. Good on you. Thanks a lot, Mark. Bye. See ya. Bye.